Hey you guys, and welcome back! I am so excited to be back and filming again. Today I wanted to do another one of my makeup mugs and more videos. I started this series in 2017 and then I did a whole bunch. Barely did any in 2018 and then did one in 2019, which was at the start of 2019, actually last January. So I figured I would do another one now that it's a new year. It's basically a video where I just do my makeup, I drink something, usually coffee or tea, and talk about things. Today obviously is going to be a recap of 2019 as well as some of my plans and things I want to focus on in 2020. First of all, I tried out this new hair oil after I showered this morning. So if it looks greasy and gross, I swear I just washed it this morning like 2 hours ago. It's just the oil that's making my hair look greasy. I also just wanted to do a very quick thank you to you guys for all your support in 2019. It felt like a fun YouTube year for me, and I just want to say thank you so much to you guys for all the support you gave, for watching my videos, for liking, for commenting. I really appreciate it. And I think that's everything I wanted to put in this intro. I am just gonna jump into it. Let's just go ahead and get started. So this mug is a Stormtrooper mug that I got in my Secret Santa. I also got a Darth Vader mug, but I left it at work. I love Star Wars and I'm really glad my Secret Santa gave me this. Like I said, I would have used Darth Vader, but he is at work. I'm just drinking some coffee today. It is so windy right now. I think we have like wind storm warnings or something. If you hear like howling or just like wind in the background, like whistling, it's very, very windy. My whole apartment is shaking. So I'm just gonna start with using this Glam Glow Waterburst Hydrated Glow Moisturizer that I got as like a sample size. In 2020, I really want to use a moisturizer more often. I don't use a moisturizer, and I know it's really, really bad. I'm probably gonna get a billion wrinkles, but I'm just so bad at using moisturizer. So I'm gonna try and do better at that in 2020. And I have a whole bunch of like samples, so hopefully I find something that kind of works for me. But yeah, I know I should be wearing moisturizer more often. I just don't. I know that I do this kind of video every single year and I kind of just recap the previous year and then give you guys my thoughts for the next year. But 2019 was a really, really good year for me compared to 2018, and I like hated 2018. It was like my least favorite year. It just wasn't a good year for me. Like 2019 just felt so much better. I didn't really do many of the resolutions that I set. I did do some of them. I don't know, I did set New Year's resolutions again in 2020. It just keeps me kind of motivated, even though I don't end up always meeting them. By the way, I'm just using my Catrice One Drop Concealer. Every year, this is gonna be my third year doing it, but every year I pick one word that I kind of focus on throughout the entire year and strive towards. So in 2019, I picked the word self. I kind of used it as like a prefix for a bunch of other things. So like I was focusing on self-care and self-love and self-esteem, self-focus, self-fulfillment, like all those kind of things. Anything pretty much to do with the word self in front of it that was in a positive light, so not things like selfish. That was my word for 2019. I really spent the year honestly just focusing on myself. Like I started taking classes again. I figured out what career I wanted to do or stick in or work towards. I focused more on like self-positivity and just being more accepting of things. This felt like a self year to me. Like I was really working on myself and improving myself. I took my first like trip alone, like fully alone abroad, which was a really incredible experience, and I'm really glad I did that because prior to this past year I was just too scared to ever do something like that. So I just really made it one of my like things for last year that I need to get out there. I need to kind of find myself a little bit more and just have a better understanding of what kind of things in life make me happy. So that's what I was really working on in 2019, like in a nutshell. And there are just so many good things in 2019. Like the first thing I can really think of that is like one of the best things that happened this year. My friend had a baby and she is the cutest, most beautiful little baby ever. Another really great thing is I got a promotion at my work. I feel like that was a huge like highlight for me this year. It was just something that I like really, really wanted, and to actually be able to kind of take a step forward in my job and kind of like move towards that next part of my career was really exciting. So that kind of happened midway through the year, I guess. Another like really amazing thing is obviously my apartment. And then I know that it's already been like 2 years since I've been here. I'm heading into like my 3rd year of being in this place, but I just feel like this year was kind of the year when like my apartment starting. Oh my God, this wind is, it's like, I hope you guys can hear that. It's super aggressive. I just feel like this year, I really made my apartment feel more like home. I just felt more settled in 2019. 2018, it was kind of just like a mess throughout the entire year. It just felt like it was not the way I wanted it to look. So I always felt a little unsettled in it in 2018. And then 2019, it just really became like a space that I love so much now. Like it just feels very much like home to me now. So I did want to mention just like my apartment. And then of course I also went on a trip, like my first solo trip, which was so exciting. I went to Ireland. Traveling alone was just such a cool experience. Like I don't think I want to travel alone forever to like really, like it was kind of hard to travel alone. Like I feel like I would prefer to travel with somebody next time. It was just an experience that I'm really glad I had. Like it's a good, I don't know what the word is, but it's like a self-finding experience. Like you really can focus and think about yourself and only about yourself when you're like traveling alone. Plus Ireland was absolutely beautiful. It's like my favorite place in the world right now. Such a great experience, such a beautiful country, and I really want to go back. Like I could see myself living there one day. Also, my sister got married, like my oldest sister got married. That was kind of towards the end of 2019, well like October 2019. It was really exciting. I mean, I'm sure it was more like, obviously it's more exciting for her, but it was still a highlight of my year as well. It was just kind of like a shift from that sisterly bond to now thinking like it's not just my sister, it's my sister and her husband. So it's kind of like it was kind of like a little bit of a shift in mindset to have her get married. At least for me, like that's what I kind of experienced. Kind of like the end of an era, I guess. Like the end of an era and the start of a new one. It really was like the 4 of us, and then now I feel like we're in the phase of like the 4 of us plus spouses, which is so weird to think about, but yeah. Anyway, I feel like I just went way too heavy with this highlighter. I was using the Patricia Bright Makeup Revolution face palette, and yeah, that looks very intense. What else was really great about 2019? Family in general. We were all kind of reunited this year. My sister, my like second oldest sister, she travels all of the time, and she came back in 2019, at least for like the first half of the year. So there was like a period of time we were all kind of reunited. Family was really important this year. We had a couple like really sad moments. We lost a loved one. My grandma has like Alzheimer's, or I guess it's dementia. I don't really know the difference between Alzheimer's and dementia. That's been like progressively happening. So I don't know, family was just really important this year. A good thing and also like a sad thing, but in general family is like always a highlight, and family is really important. I'm just gonna zoom you guys up because I'm just gonna do my brows and then my eyes and lipstick. So I'll zoom you guys up. Just overall, 2019 was really great. I always get super emotional at like New Year's. It's like, it's worse than birthdays in a way. Like I feel like New Year's is just so, I don't know, I get really like emotional and nostalgic at New Year's. I never really am very emotional in general, but just at New Year's. This year felt especially weird because it was also the end of like a decade, and we're now in the 20s, which is super exciting. I am really glad I'm like this age in the 20s. Now we're like in a new decade, and I just started like thinking about all the things that happened since like 2010. I basically went from like high school to like adulthood in 10 years, which seems like, doesn't seem like a lot, I guess, but when you kind of break it down and you start thinking about it, you basically went from someone whose brain wasn't even fully developed to a fully grown, independent adult. I feel like as you get older, the changes between years get less. And so like the past kind of 5 years all blend together basically. But when I think like the past 10 years, I can't even like think about what it was like being like 15. When I started thinking about how different life was at the start of this decade, it's just weird. It's a weird, really weird thing to think about. And I don't know, I got really nostalgic about how my life has just changed completely over the last decade. I need to start using white strips again. I feel like over the holidays I drank way too much coffee, had way too much red wine, and now my teeth are looking really yellow. I think I saw someone's comment on a video, I don't remember whose video it was, but somebody had commented that they were going to do this thing where they used one eyeshadow for the entire month so that they'd be able to hit pan sooner and use up products quicker. I feel like I want to do that. I don't know, like I do love eyeshadow and I love reaching for different palettes, but it's true that you just don't run through or hit pan on eyeshadows very often. So I think I'm going to start that today. Like I am going to start doing one eyeshadow palette a month. I think for this month, I am just going to stick with using the I Heart Revolution Revo-Pooches palette. You guys have seen this in so many videos, but I just feel like it's a good winter palette. So 2020, I don't really know. This video is all over the place. So hard to kind of film these recap goal videos. Pulling up my New Year's resolutions that I keep in my phone. My word of the year, I want to actually use the word focus this year. Like yes, I was like focusing on myself last year, but just in general, I feel like I was doing so many different things this year to help myself and to improve myself. And this year I just want to get like a few big things and focus on those. I want to focus on my career, and part of that is also I wasn't really good at keeping up with my courses in the past year, and I'm working on just getting like a nonprofit management certificate just on the side because we do get Pro D at work. I put it as one of my resolutions to complete at least 3 of the courses that are required this year. I want to focus on what really makes me happy. I think I kind of know right now, like after 2019, I feel like I know the types of things and the people that make me happy. I do kind of want to spend a little bit more time this year just like focusing on that. Like if I like reading, I should be focusing on reading more. And if I like YouTube, then I should be focusing on YouTube more. There's just so many things I want to do, and I just need to start like writing it down and focusing my energy on those things. So focusing on those like hobbies that I really love, focusing on hanging out with the people that I really love, that's all kind of on my radar this year. I want to focus on others this year because like I mentioned last year, I was all working on myself and like really thinking about myself and putting myself first. And then this year I really want to kind of focus on others. Shift the mindset a little bit this year and start focusing on other people and how I impact other people as well. I don't know, I haven't really kind of narrowed down the areas of focus. I really should have done that before this video. It's only January 5th right now when I'm filming it. I haven't even gotten my 2020 planner yet. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. I usually order my planners from Indigo, so hopefully that arrives tomorrow because I always write down my resolutions and my like word of the year in my planner. If you have a word that you pick every year at the start of every year, let me know what yours is. Comment down below. I love reading your guys' comments. It's one of my favorite things. I really find it helpful. Like I feel like it really kind of makes your whole year center around that word, and it gives your whole year like a purpose. If I wrote a book, like a novel of every single year of my life, like I feel like I would just name it the words that I choose. Like that would be the title. Some New Year's resolutions that I do have. My first one is like the first one I thought about because I feel like it was so important, is to sleep more. I am so bad at sleeping. It's such a weird thing to say, but like I really cannot sleep. I wake up around like 5:45 because I do start work pretty early and I have to commute there, like transit by bus and SkyTrain and stuff like that. I do have to wake up pretty early, and then I really don't go to bed early enough. Like sometimes I'm still awake at like 12 or 12:30, and even if I'm lying in bed, I just can't fall asleep. I feel like that's when I'm the most alert, is when I'm actually lying in my bed trying to sleep. So one of my resolutions is to sleep more. I actually downloaded this app called Calm. My friend at work told me about it, and I haven't actually used it yet, but I'm really excited to. I guess it's like a meditation app, but it is like you can leave the stories running or the sounds running while you're in bed trying to sleep, and then you just kind of fall asleep to them. At least that's what it sounds like. The other thing that I want to try, which actually turns into like my second resolution, is to exercise. You guys will be shocked to hear, or maybe you won't be shocked, I don't know, but I did not go to the gym once in 2019. Like I didn't go once. Who doesn't go to the gym once. I have a gym in my apartment. Like, it's not the greatest gym, but it has like a treadmill and ellipticals and bikes and stuff like that, and I didn't use it once. I'm embarrassed, honestly, about it. I feel like I really slacked off. But anyway, I put exercise as my New Year's resolutions, not even exercise more, just exercise in general. And I do think that maybe exercising will help me sleep as well. Like, if I go to the gym one evening, maybe that night I'll be able to sleep better. It's a sub-resolution of exercising, but go to the gym 4 times a month. Like once a week, I guess. That's really hard for me. So, I mean, I didn't go once in 2019, like the whole year. And I also said do yoga at least like once a week. Another resolution that I have down is to read more. I try to read like a book a month, but I want to really like work on that this year. I love reading, and I just feel like I don't make enough time for myself to read. So this year I'm going to try and read through 1 book every month. I have, well, this is on my list every year because I just need to keep reminding myself to be better at this, but basically wear glasses 2 days a week instead of my contact lenses, because it's actually really bad for you to wear your contact lenses every single day, especially when you have dry eyes, which I do. Then I have complete my project 26. I did this last year. It's basically where I film a little clip every single day for the entire year, and then I compile all the clips and put it together into like a video. So it kind of pieces together my entire year of being 26. So it'll finish in October because that's my birthday. I think I want to do it like every year, because how cool would it be if like by the time I'm 30, I have a clip every single day from the last 5 years, you know? Like, that would be really interesting to watch. It'd be like a mini movie kind of, but like without talking, and way more boring. And then I had a couple YouTube goals and my Instagram goals. I suck at keeping up with my Instagrams. I'm okay with my personal Instagram because I just kind of post when I want to, but for my like beauty Instagram, I am just not great at posting, and I really fall behind on my cooking Instagram as well. So I just want to be better at keeping up with those. Only order food once a month. I was really good at the beginning of 2019, and then I just hit a point where I would just not want to cook. I love cooking and I love meal prepping, but there are some days when I would get home too late, like on a weekend or whatever, and if I don't get my Sunday meal prep in, I just slack off and it's just terrible all around. I ended up ordering through Skip the Dishes, which is like a delivery service from like restaurants to your place, and I ordered that way too much in 2019. So once a month, and only under like drastic situations. Like if my fridge is empty and my pantry is empty, then I can order Skip the Dishes. So that's on my list. I had save up for a car. Saving money is always kind of a resolution of mine, but this year I really want to buy a car. Put down keep up with my budget tracking. I kind of stopped in October this year and I did not track anything in my budget. I obviously stayed within my budget. I wasn't like in debt or anything. I just didn't like track things, so I really slacked off in that sense, but I want to be better at that this year. I'm just trying to like looking over here because I'm looking at what lipstick I want to wear. I think I want to wear Spice from Revolution. And then I had complete 3 courses for that certificate that I was mentioning earlier. Last resolution is travel. I originally had travel like on one big trip, but then as I was thinking about it, I'm like, but what if I don't have like a big trip this year? So instead, I just put down travel somewhere. I'm thinking Iceland. I know it's kind of expensive, but I think it would be so nice to travel to Iceland. Yeah, just in general, I want to travel somewhere and do something really fun and different for me. If you have any suggestions for places I can go to that wouldn't be super expensive, that I could do alone pretty easily, and that I can do in like 2 weeks, basically, let me know. Okay, and that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do have any like suggestions for YouTube, for like videos and stuff you want to see in the new year, please let me know. They can be lifestyle. If you guys like vlogs, I can start doing like monthly vlogs or something. If you like other lifestyle videos, just comment and let me know what you'd like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for such an amazing year. I hope you all have a wonderful 2020. I hope there's good stuff in store for all of us. I'm really feeling optimistic about this year. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I don't actually use Twitter that much. I probably should use Twitter more often, but definitely follow me on Instagram. Please subscribe if you would like to see more videos, and I will see you in my next one.